This fruit helped redraw the world. Crack it open, and you get two spices. The dark seed is nutmeg, that vivid red web is mace. For centuries, the Banda Islands in eastern Indonesia were the original and sole source of both in the long-distance spice trade. They are 11 small volcanic islands in Maluku, tiny on a map, yet linked by sailors to markets across Asia and eventually Europe. Nutmeg-flavored food, scented medicine, and signaled status. European buyers also repeated extravagant health claims. Scarcity made every shipment valuable. But the story begins with Bandanese expertise, tending shaded orchards, judging ripe fruit, separating mace, drying seed, and protecting quality. Bandanese merchants exchanged spices for rice, cloth, ceramics, and metal. Their boats joined a regional commercial world long before Dutch rule. Picture routes spreading toward Java, the Malay world, South Asia, and markets farther west. Europeans entered this network, they did not create it. That mattered because Bandanese sellers could choose among buyers. Portuguese, Javanese, Malay, and other traders competed rather than commanding one closed market. The Dutch East India Company wanted something different, contracts that forced producers to sell only to the VOC, at company prices. When agreements failed, armed ships and forts followed. Fort Nassau and Fort Belgica turned architecture into a machine for controlling the harbour. Here is the pattern interrupt. A fragrant kitchen spice becomes a ledger, a fortress, and a monopoly enforced across an inhabited island landscape. In 1621, Dutch forces conquered the islands. Settlements burned, people were killed, captured, enslaved, displaced, or forced to flee. Modern scholars describe the destruction of Bandanese society as genocide. The term matters because commercial ambition alone cannot explain this violence. Company officials divided orchards into estates run by Dutch planters. The older trading landscape was reorganized around controlled production and export. Workers enslaved and transported from different parts of Asia cultivated, sorted, and dried the crop. Their knowledge sustained profits they did not share. Yet people built families, practices, and new forms of community under coercion. Banda's later culture was shaped by violence, survival, movement, and creativity. Nutmeg trees and cultivation knowledge eventually spread beyond Banda. The attempted monopoly weakened, but its forts, plantations, and inequalities left deep traces. Today Banda is still a living island community, not a colonial museum. An ordinary spice holds histories of expertise, exchange, violence, and survival. What everyday object should we trace next?